What is up, Beast? Thank you for coming into a new video, and I have done this video once before on the channel, and it was halfway across the bridge to cringy, so I figured I'd do it again with some slight changes. And the first thing I'll get out the way is the number 10 most annoying thing in Star Wars Battlefront are the chicken walkers and the ATSDs, because they just are severely unbalanced. The rebels have nothing to counter it with, except for random pickups. But if you're already getting spawn trapped, you're not getting around the chicken walker, and then the noobs are just going to start backing out, and then you're playing, if it's Bespin, you're playing like 8 against 16 or 15, or you're playing like 10 against 20 in Walker Assault. So, just to get that out of the way first, because I put it in the last one, and it's just so obvious. The chicken walkers are just freaking OP. So, number 9, I did put spawn protection. Now, spawn protection, because just like, it's just very inconsistent. I mean, I feel like it works for other people sometimes, and then it'll work for me. And then, even sometimes when the spawn protection works for me, I kind of feel like it's unfair, because sometimes you'll spawn and you'll get immediately thermal imploded, and then it's like, well, where's the consistency here? So, number 9, spawn protection, that's just super annoying. Number 8, I put like the diorama mode, because I have 940 hours on this game, and I checked just for this stat alone, because I spend 0 time there. Even if I'm just playing, or if I'm like customizing something, or if I'm changing my weapon, I'm just never in that mode for as much as I play this game. It just, for however many hours they spent making that mode, they could have just been doing anything else. One map for the diorama mode. I would make that trade any day. So, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Diorama, whatever. You guys know what mode I'm talking about. That was the number 8. Number 7, I put Kamikaze pilots, because on the last list, I put strafing. And this is even worse. I found something worse than strafing. This is people that don't even shoot you. They just ram you as a hero. And I assume they just go and record them and make clips and montages of running over heroes. I do not do that to people personally, especially heroes that just spawned, because it's just a sickening feeling. It's very depressing. So yeah, that was number 7. Number 6, the OP loading times, because I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this one. It's very obvious. This game takes forever to load, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because they're shuffling like the lobbies and trying to make them more even, which wouldn't make sense because the lobbies always come out unbalanced anyway. So I don't know if it's the connection issues. I don't know if 40 players is too much for Battlefront to handle. But number 6 is the loading times. Now we are into the top 5. And I put forced flying. And in this list, again, I always forget to say this. Leave your opinion in the comment. If you do not leave your opinion, you are a pickle for sure. There you go. That's the best thing. You're a pickle if you don't comment. And subscribe and like and all that as well. And yeah, number 5 is the forced flying, because I find myself playing Bespin so much, and I actually was trying to figure out if I wanted to put loading time at 5 and forced flying at 6, but I put forced flying ahead of it because I sit through the Bespin waiting time rather than sitting through the Death Star or Rogue One flying as Empire. Because, don't get me wrong, as the Rebels, I find a point. It's actually kind of fun, and I don't mind flying at all as the Rebels, actually. It's just as the Empire, you don't want to stop them. Why would you want to prevent Phase 2 or Phase 3 when those are the best parts? So if you're like 13-0 as the Empire, you're just preventing the most fun out of the game. So it just kind of contradicts itself. So that was number 5. I put forced flying in the Rogue One DLC and the Death Star DLC. Number 4, I just put as a whole, when you shoot first and still die, regardless of the reason, whether it's because that person has a trait or a back-to-bomb, or just like if you have the A280C and they have the EE4, just how often in this game you start shooting someone and then that person will still kill you, especially with the scattergun. That is like the perfect example. When you start shooting someone and then just get scattergunned, I cannot say any more. That is the perfect example. So, number 3. This is also one that I'm hoping is unique to other, like, top 10 annoying things that you find in this game. Because when you get a partner invite, you can sometimes go to accept it, and then it will just join a multiplayer game from a former invite. And that is just so annoying, because you'll be halfway through a game or at the end of the game, and you'll just be trying to accept a partner, and when you click up, you'll go to press A to select on that partner invite, but when you go up, Battlefront will already pull down the screen. So when you select A, you're out of the game. Number 2, hero glitches.
Das Imperium hat uns aufgehalten. Übernehmt wieder die Kontrolle. Timer ist online. Das muss so bleiben.
Shame! Shame! Shame!
I'm pretty sure this started happening with the Rogue One DLC, because I don't remember this ever happening before this, and I was playing Bespin the first time this ever happened to me, but I'm pretty sure it was like when Krennic came into the game with Jin, and then you'd just randomly, you'd be a hero, and then you'd just spawn back to the spawn, and you'd have these severely strange icons on the side of your screen that do nothing, and you just have a dumb melee that does nothing, and it's just so frustrating, and a ton of people back out, and it'll wipe out all your heroes instantly. It's just annoying. Number 1, Bodyguard EE3. Okay, yep, okay, I said it, we're gonna skip over it. Number 1, roll in place. It's just so unpreventable. I mean, I put that over Bodyguard EE3 only because at least the only counter to Bodyguard EE3 is using Bodyguard in EE3, but you can't counter a roll in place. If someone throws a grenade at you and you roll, and you roll in place, you're dead. If you're about to get sniped with a pulse cannon and you roll in place, you're dead. And I actually am gonna give myself a round of applause. I mean, I feel like I did a pretty good job explaining some of these. I mean, you roll in place, you're gonna die. It's not too hard to explain. It's just pointing out the things that are in this game that I don't know how, even to this day, it's been out over a year and a half, I'd say, and of course they don't make patches or fixes to this game, but the fact that these all survived this long, even after all the patches and glitches, are just insane to me. So yeah, the only one that I'd want to highlight is Scattergun. If that somehow slipped your mind, Scattergun is also very annoying. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna wrap up the top 10 most annoying things in Battlefront. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed the video, and subscribe to the channel for daily Battlefront content, because we are on the road to 1K. And yeah, I've seen a lot of SWNs roaming around, so just to all the SWNs, no Bodyguard, no EE3, no EE4, and no Scattergun. I guess that's okay. Don't use Berserker against noobs. And then Pulse Cannon, of course, is always fine. And keep sniping, Beast.
If they ever tell my story, let them say I walked with giants. Men rise and fall like the winter wheat, but these names will never die. Let them say I lived in the time of Hector, tamer of horses. Let them say I lived in the time of Achilles.